how do you think you will become, because it is inevitable you will get money, obviously the path you're on,
speaking it into existence.
that's it. You know, how do you think, if you like take an honest look at yourself, how do you think you'll be when you come across big money?
I think that's really difficult to say, you know. The thing is, I think I'm a mix between content and hungry. If that makes sense. So the thing is, let's stick to material things, right? When people get money, they might tend to buy bare things for showing off, etc., right? I don't think I'll be like that, because even when I imagine myself having millions, right, I don't want like 10 cars or 20 cars, right? My ideal garage is only 3 cars in it, and these are like 3 of my favorite cars. So I wouldn't want to have I wouldn't want to start hoarding cars. You know what I mean? Like I just want like a Rolls Royce, a G-Wagon, and maybe one like sports / supercar in there. That's it. That's what I want. Like,
and you'd use all of them.
I would use all of them, yeah, because I would have enough. Like, there's only 3, so I'd have time to drive all of them. Like, if you have like 20-30 cars, you have no time to even drive them. Like, most times it's gonna be sitting there, right?
I don't understand it, man.
Yeah, like, I mean, fair, if you want to be a car collector and that, right? Fine, fair enough. But we're just talking about normal people, right? These are people who are not necessarily even into cars, right? They just see cars as a means of expressing how rich they are and making themselves feel good, right? Whereas for me, I'm actually really into cars, right? So those 3 cars are specifically chosen for what I like, right? Then their purpose is not to show off to other people. They're chosen because there are certain things about that car that I like, right? Like the Rolls Royce Wraith, the epitome of luxury, right? I like that. Like, it's a coupe as well, you know. That's what I like. G-Wagon, because come on, it looks hella mad.
It's actually on my list as well.
You know.
Yeah.
And then whatever supercar is, maybe a Ferrari or Lambo or whatever I'm feeling, right? I would choose them because I like them, right? I wouldn't choose them because it would be like, oh look, I drive a Rolls Royce, people are gonna think I'm sick now. You know, like, that's not the purpose of it. So I guess that's how I guess I won't be like that. But I don't know. I think it's difficult to say. I guess I would have some sort of arrogance to me, though.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely think that's something I would have an issue with in terms of arrogance. But I think I would also be able to keep myself in check, and like sometimes it will be too much, and I'll self-evaluate and be like, look, bro,
you need to relax.
You need to relax, exactly, and then I would probably just end up being in that cycle.
Of maybe going a bit too far.
A bit too far, and then, you know, get either humble myself or life humbling me, and either way.
Yeah, either way, something will happen, and I'll get grounded, innit?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think
I'll give you 200 billion tomorrow. Oof. What are you saying?
I think, knowing me, I do have a side of me that there is, even though generally I'm quite calm and collected, but there is a side of me that can be impulsive if not kept in check. Most of the time I keep it in check, but I think that it will be a massive test for me, you know, when I come across money, because, for example, like when I'm out, like, a lot of times or probably like a lot of people, or a decent amount of people, will drink more than obviously you can handle. And that's that side of me, that impulsive side that comes out, you know. So when the world is your oyster with 200 billion, you can fucking do whatever you want. So it will definitely be a big test. But I think,
what's wrong with that, though?
What do you mean? With
is there a problem with that? Is there a problem with doing that, though? I feel like there isn't.
There, what, as in like doing whatever you want and like
Yeah, well, in a way, you said you're impulsive and you just
Yeah.
buy bad things, right?
Yeah.
But if you have to order a million, why not?
There's nothing wrong with it, but
Yeah.
I think that internally, if I were to succumb too much to these worldly pleasures, then I feel like I'll become too. It's not even materialistic, because I don't imagine like just buying loads of things, but more about the pleasures that life have to offer.
Yup.
So
You might become a bit hedonistic.
yeah, exactly. that's the one. That's the one. But I think, that I'm not that type of person to like ditch all my friends
Yup.
and just make new friends. So I think if you have good company around you, one, I think that'll be important.
Yep.
But also similar to you, like I would hope, I can't guarantee, but I'd hope I have enough self-awareness to realize, okay, hold on, you're going too far now. Scale back. But it's obviously, as you've mentioned, easier to say in hindsight, or easier to say it now when it hasn't happened.
Yep, definitely.
Once you're in the situation, it's a whole different story, like once you're, in Miami in the VIP or whatever, and there's 10 models, all just staring at you, it's different. It's different,
Fairs. At least now we know what you think about
yeah.
it.
100%.
So it's a very specific scenario that I mentioned.
100%. But for me, it's about the pleasures of life that I've noticed when I self-reflect. That I think it's because, again, for me, like, because I have such a calm day-to-day personality, there's one side of me, that shadow side, that wants pleasure.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
So that's where my weakness lies.
First, you want to become a party animal.
That's the shadow. That's the that dark side.
See man at like 35, like flipping Jordan Belfort and living it up.
100%. There's that side of me that if I don't keep in check, I mean, that's not a bad life as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. In a way, in a way. Not Jordan Belfort.
Not to
I get
level.
what you mean. Yeah.
That's the side that I could self-destruct and die very easily.
Yeah, I hear you.
But again, like, it comes down to, for me, the people you have around, because if I'm around, like, let's say 5 people, obviously, that are making money and stuff like that, but they all want to party and fucking do that stuff, naturally I'm going to be pulled in with that. But if I have 5 people that are just calm, don't want to get too much into that, then...
True, but do you not think, you might have 5 grounded people, and you might have 5 party animals, right? Do you not think you'll gravitate towards whatever you're feeling, rather than them grounding you? You're just gonna pick whichever one you're feeling. You're gonna be like, oh, I feel like partying. Yeah. So I'm just gonna lean more towards these lot. So rather than your other friends being able to ground you, you kind of just distance yourself from them.
No.
Do you don't think that's a possibility?
That's definitely a possibility. So, like, again, for me, I'd have to distance myself from any party animals.
I see.
Yeah, I'd have to surround myself with people that are not about that life. Otherwise, temptation.
True.
That's my personality. Like, if the possibility is there, then it will take a lot of willpower for me to not go that direction.
I see.
Yeah.
So you'd rather cut off the options, rather than willfully choose not to do it.
Yeah, because
I see.
Maybe 3 days I'll say no, but 2 days I'll say
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, to be honest. The willpower is fairly limited.
Yeah.
So that does make sense.
Yeah, and it depends. Like, for example, I know you said you've got quite strong willpower, but so you might be able to say no every single time. And everyone's different. Like,
everyone's different. Yeah.
So for me, I might say no 3 times. I might say no once. Say yes 5 times. So,
yeah, I think it
got
depends
caught
as
up
well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Go on.
you're right, man. 100%. Like, it
Go on.
depends on how much you value that thing, and
Yeah.
you know. So even if you have sick willpower, if it's something you really really want, your willpower is drastically impacted.
100%.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And in times like that, just cutting out that option might be the only way.
Mm-hmm.